The promise of yellow flowers. Throughout the forest, there was one friendship that everyone admired, the bond between bear and deer. He was large, quiet, and gentle. She was graceful, delicate, and full of life. It was a strange pair, but together they were harmony, two souls that complemented each other in silence. Bear would wake up early every morning. He would fetch the freshest stream water, lay out soft grass as a bed, and pick the most beautiful yellow flower he could find, all for deer. And when she would arrive, he'd simply offer it with a quiet smile, saying, "Your comfort is my peace." Deer, with her innocent heart, always took it as an act of friendship. "You're the best friend, Bear." "Truly." Bear would smile, hiding the ache behind it. Because for him, it wasn't friendship. It was love. Quiet, deep, and entirely selfless love. One day, something happened that changed everything. Deer wandered too far near the forest's edge, where hunters had laid traps. Just as she was about to step into one, a swift figure leapt out, a fox from another part of the forest. With lightning speed, Fox cut the hunter's rope and pulled Deer to safety. Shocked and breathless, Deer asked, "Who are you?" Fox gave her a charming smile and said, "Just a traveler who stopped to admire beauty." Deer blushed and smiled. For the first time, someone other than Bear had saved her, not with silence, but with style. From a distance, Bear had seen it all. He felt something collapse inside him, but he didn't move. That night, he didn't pick a flower, but the next morning, he did. "If she's happy, then that's enough," he whispered to himself. As days passed, Fox spent more time with Deer. He told her stories, made her laugh, and charmed her with playful flattery. "These yellow flowers?" Fox asked one day. "Do you think Bear brings them?" Deer laughed. "No, he's just my old friend. These must be from someone special." Fox paused a moment, then leaned closer and said, "Then believe it, they're from me." Behind the trees, Bear stood still, listening. The flower in his paw dropped, but he said nothing. The next day, he brought another flower anyway. Deer began to spend less time near the tree with the flowers and more time wandering with Fox. Still, Bear continued. Water, berries, flowers, a soft grass bed, all quietly placed each morning in the same spot. And when Deer did come to rest, he watched from afar, her eyes no longer searching for the flower, her smile belonging to someone else. One night, Bear found a smooth blue river stone, rare and luminous. He cleaned it gently and placed it beside the flower. Deer found it and gasped. "This is beautiful. Is this really for me?" But she never wondered who left it. She simply smiled and walked away. Bear said nothing. Only his silence spoke. Soon Fox began to change. He came late, left early. His words lost warmth. And one day he snapped. "Why do you always rest in Bear's little nest? He's just a dull creature. He can't offer you anything." Deer froze. "But didn't you say you brought the flowers?" Fox scoffed. "Flowers? That was just a game. I liked your beauty, but it's fading now." And he walked away. Deer stood still. Her heart cracked, not just because of the lie, but because she had ignored the truth all along. That evening, Deer returned to the tree, weak, ashamed, and exhausted. There, once again, was a fresh yellow flower, and beside it, a single fallen leaf. Written gently on the leaf were the words, "You never asked, but I never stopped. Yours, Bear." Tears welled in Deer's eyes. Memories flooded her mind. The water, the berries, the soft grass beds, the quiet presence, and the one soul who had loved her, without ever saying a word. Behind her, footsteps. Bear approached slowly, for the first time empty-handed. Deer turned. This time she looked at him, truly looked at him, and softly said, "Bear, will you sit with me?" Bear nodded and sat beside her. No words, no distance. For a long moment, they sat in silence. But in that silence, everything was said. Bear finally whispered, "I never knew how to ask for your heart. I only knew how to care for it." Deer reached for his paw, gently holding it. Autumn still lingered. Leaves still fell. The forest was still bare, but that evening a new promise had been born. Not loud, not dazzling, just quiet, gentle, and true. Sometimes the truest love is the quietest one. If this story touched your heart, leave a like